conversation.
All right, we're underway. Here we go. Welcome on in. Welcome to the cave, brother.
Thank you very much. The Sharpy Cave.
Yeah, it's a bit weird calling it that, but
It does.
it's come up pretty well.
Looks fantastic, I think.
Bloody oath.
It shows that you're definitely progressing, mate.
Getting
what
there.
you're doing here.
Getting there slowly but surely.
Yep.
Hello to everybody watching. We're doing our own little sort of podcast thingy, I guess you could call it.
Giving it a shot.
Bit of a chat, bit of a gander into what we could do in the future. Maybe before some wrestling shows and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
welcome on in. It should be a bit of fun. We're just going to talk some randomness about the wrestling coming up. We've got the Clash in the Castle show that we're going to be watching in about 3-4 hours time.
Before we get on to Clash of the Castle,
Go for it.
I do have to ask you a question straight up. So I know that we did WrestleMania, which was unbelievably huge. That just smashed records.
Yep.
For like WWE in general, that smashed records for like social media streams, for ticket sales, for everything like that. So is in terms of since WrestleMania has been, because WrestleMania had such a huge build up, one of the best that I believe that we had in years. How do you think that the industry, or how do you think WWE are still setting the tone? Do you think that it's a bit lackluster, on so to speak, or do you think that they're still setting it at the same pitch that they once were?
I think if you look at like the reactions they've had to this show coming up in Scotland, like the fact that they went to France, the fact that they're going to Scotland, the fact that they're going to Germany in 2 months' time as well,
Yeah.
I think it shows that they're doing better than they ever have.
True.
Because the reactions they're getting overseas are blowing the US reactions out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
There's more money elsewhere, so I think it at certain times it feels like it's a little bit stagnant, but that's only because we're just trying to get through to the next pay-per-view like this, where I think it's going to go absolutely off, and I think they're going to make a shitload of money, and they're going to go back to the US and go, we're going to do that again, but bigger next time. We're going to go to a stadium and pack it out with 85,000 instead of 22 or whatever. I don't know how many they're going to get in this, but
Totally.
I think there's a groundswell continuing from Mania, and I think it's going to get bigger and better. What do you feel like? Do you feel like it's?
I kind of feel like WrestleMania obviously is the Mania, so it's the biggest event of the whole year. But I feel like, me personally, since The Rock, the final boss, has dropped off, it has gone down a little bit because of that huge superstar personality that you've got in there, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It has gone down. But as in terms of storylines and other things like that, I'm still coasting along. I'm still eating up everything that WWE are sending me and are throwing at me. Like, I'm still like enjoying being entertained by WWE like 100%, and going on to more of a, I think what you were trying to say is more of like a global scale of entertainment that WWE are bringing us. Absolutely, I agree. I mean, France set that bar. The audience in there, they set that bar so damn high that it is awesome that now every other country, state, continent, town, city, whatever you want to call it, now needs to know that the bar that France set, they need to push it and make it even higher if WWE need to come back. And I love it. I absolutely love it, man. I do.
I totally agree. And I think that's why it's felt lackluster too, because you can't top that reaction that France had.
Oh.
And then you go back to the US where they're just kind of like, yeah, we saw these guys 6 months ago, or, you know what I mean? France is like, we haven't seen them ever over here. So we're going to lose our fucking shit and go crazy for it.
So they want to come back.
Exactly. They got a point to prove. Yeah. And I think that's why that it was so good, and that's why feels like there's a little bit of lackluster, but now we're over in Scotland and we're looking at reactions and it's like
huge.
Oh, it's the same again. It's going to be mental. And
absolutely huge.
Germany will be crazy too.
Yeah, yes.
Especially with Gunther going back over in that sort of area. He's not German, but far out. It's just like those European wrestlers are just going to froth it.
Absolutely huge. I mean, you saw the thing with Drew. You showed it to me earlier on today.
Yeah, the press conference.
That was amazing. Yeah. And with Triple H coming out as well, these fans globally are so excited.
So hungry for it too.
It's very, great way to word it. So hungry for it. And as we were when they came to Perth as well.
100%. I was dying to go and watch it.
I was so excited.
I don't know about you, what one of your memories is. We can talk about a bit of the Perth show too if you want. But I have Drew McIntyre's music in my head all the time from Perth.
Wow.
Hearing that sword at the start of his entrance, and then the flames going off, and then that Scottish bagpipe music, like, gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Like, we were half cut drinking beers and on the piss by the time that chamber match started.
Awesome time, yeah.
But I can still hear that song playing throughout that arena, and I just think his music's great. Sub point on that. Do you reckon he's going to come out to his old music? Do you remember his old music?
I don't remember his old music, but I don't see why they would.
Because it's a banger. But I also think his new one's a banger too. So I've just read a lot of things online lately, and in that press conference, his old song is called Broken Dreams. Mm-hmm. And he said that when he was talking face to face with Damien Priest, that I dream broken dreams.
Oh,
so everybody's like, "Come on, give us the old song."
A little bit of an Easter egg there, maybe.
What I'll do, I'll quickly pause this, and I'll show you the song, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So we've just shown Ray the Broken Dreams song. Don't like it as much as
I'm not. No, I don't like that. Yeah. I believe that it was too slow
at the start. Yeah,
I like the do 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 do. I really like just all music,
and I like
when
the
it comes to
too.
Like absolutely.
That's not.
He's the Scottish, he's a Scottish like psychopath, isn't he? So I like just all the music, everything that just comes out to it. Everybody knows it,
and it's so Scottish. His music, isn't it? Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So. Yeah, I mean, going back if we can for a second.
Yeah, you can go to the Perth show.
Perth, the thing that I loved about Perth, and I still remember it, is the Cody entrance.
Yeah, okay.
So it was my round at that stage, and we didn't know Cody was coming out.
Yeah.
So I quickly jumped up, went up to the bar, and I was just about to grab some drinks, and I heard the Cody entrance. So the music starts playing, so it's just, everyone knows it. Whoa! So I've been up quite high on one of the platforms, let's call it that, looking down onto the whole crowd. I could see the whole crowd. So wondering how Perth is actually going to react to Cody Rhodes. Does Australia actually really get behind WWE? This is like the perfect time to see how much Australia loves it. It blew my expectations out of the water. Hands down, every single person in that audience of 52,000, was it? Something like that. All their hands were up. Whoa! It was absolutely incredible. So that was mine. So you say you remember Drew?
Yeah.
I remember Cody. That was a huge thing for me. So absolutely incredible. So
and Tiffy Tom too.
Oh, Tiffy Tom was fantastic.
That stood out too. And she did that moonsault or something off the top of the chamber.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So she really did show out there. So Perth was incredible. I don't know if you guys were at Perth. If you were, drop a link, drop a chat, comment, whatever you want to do here.
Let us know if you went, what you thought was the
absolutely.
Best part of it.
And then the next time that it shows up in the next 6 to 8 years, please come say hello.
They got to come back quicker than that.
I hope so. Yeah. I really do hope so, because Perth showed out and they said it was absolutely incredible. I don't think Triple H was meant to come out halfway through the show.
I love that he did.
I love that he did, because I think he came out just to show his appreciation of the absolute Australia crowd. So it was insane. Guys, if you go the next time that they come, please come say hello. Everyone that saw us that time.
Yeah, it was cool.
Absolutely fantastic. Everyone that came up said hello to myself and Sharpy. Even people just walking by just to get a drink or whatever said hello to Sharpy. Yeah, must have been a good feeling that day.
It was nice. It was kind of humbling, and like we had someone sitting right behind us that recognised me too, which was really, really weird, but really, really cool at the same time. Like really, after putting in all the hard work and stuff, it's nice. It's humbling. It's kind of rewarding that people that you don't know appreciate the stuff that you do occasionally, which is good.
Good on you, Sharpy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great show, and I can't wait for them to come back. I hope they do. Even in the next 2 years, I'd be happy with that.
Hope so. Really do. And I don't even mind if they don't bring a main event here.
Nah, just do like SmackDown or Raw out here.
I would be so happy with that.
Yeah.
I would be so happy with that.
They do tours. Just bring a Raw.
I'd be happy with that. Sure.
We'll come out.
I would honestly be happy with maybe a Monday Night Raw and like an NXT or something
100%.
for a Wednesday night.
NXT goes Oz or some shit.
Like, that would be fantastic. Wouldn't it? Great, cool. Yeah, definitely. Hashtag that. NXT goes Oz. That's fantastic. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's start talking about a couple of the matchups for tonight.
Yep.
I'm not going to start with the main event to start off with. I'm going to start off with the match that I'm unbelievably excited about.
Okay.
Unbelievably.
Okay.
And that is Sami Zayn
Yes.
and Chad Gable. Sharpy, go, mate. Tell me your views. What are you thinking?
Oh, it's gonna be.
Have you liked the ride that they've brought us on?
I thought the triple threat they did was really good at Crown Jewel.
Yes.
Or what? No, King and Queen of the Ring.
Mm,
I thought they had match of the night.
yep.
I thought they were unreal.
Fantastic.
I thought the Logan Cody match wasn't that great, and the chemistry, adding Bronson into the mix, that big dude that's able to move around still quite quickly and hang
Yeah.
with him, fucking unreal. I loved it.
And so strong. Let's just go into Bronson for a second
Yeah.
here. Adelaide boy, so we obviously love him. Get behind him. Rhea as well, obviously Adelaide girl, so we love her from the word go.
Yeah.
But Bronson, to me, is just showing out that he's a superstar
Yeah.
every time that he gets thrown into a
I
main
think Triple
event.
H likes him too.
I know, I
he
think so
has
too.
a little bit of a soft spot for Bronson.
Absolutely, because he put a
NXT boy.
yes, he put a belt on him
Yeah,
quite
North
earlier
American
on
title, yeah.
when he was a young guy.
Yeah.
So props to Bronson for everything that he's
2-3
doing.
years later, he's bigger and badder, and he's working better too. I think.
And he can move for a big boy. He's putting on weight too.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a bit of a belly on him, that
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
can still move.
Bloody oath.
So yeah, props to Bronson, mate. Absolutely, Bronson, you're hanging there with the superstars of the game. You're up there with Sami Zayn, who's been in there since such a young age.
Yeah.
So good on you for everything.
I didn't
that you're
think
doing,
he
you
was
know?
going to win that match, but he definitely. When he hit a couple of moves, I thought there was a chance, and that's all I want is to be. Is he going to win? Maybe. Is there
Yes.
a chance he's going to win? No, he didn't. Okay.
He's
But
there. at that.
he made me second guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
little
all
bit
I
of
want.
a little bit of a tickle of a chance that he might be
Yeah.
there? Just tantalised me a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's all I was happy with that. Being Adelaide boys ourselves,
Yeah.
we're always going to get behind Bronson, always get
100%.
behind Rhea. Anyway, moving back to it.
So
So,
Sami
Chad
Zayn
Gable,
and
yes.
Chad Gable.
yeah.
Predictions.
Well, I mean, I asked you first, so you go.
I think it's time to put it on Chad.
Okay.
So I think if I go through the match list, this is the title change I can see happening.
Okay. Why?
Because Sammy's been ready to pass the torch. I don't think Sammy needs it, and I think Sammy could potentially have a decent run at Money in the Bank. Potentially.
Oh.
Potentially.
Okay.
I think even if you put him in the... I don't know. I could see Sammy being a world title contender at some stage.
Agree.
Especially against Cody, because...
Wow.
Cody-
So undisputed.
But Cody doesn't need to take on big guys. He can wrestle guys like AJ. He
Yes.
can wrestle guys that aren't massive. So I could so see Sammy either face or heel taking on Cody at some stage. Not necessarily winning, but he doesn't need the... I don't know if Sammy needs the IC title. I think Chad Gable does. I think
okay.
this would put a stamp after Chad Gable was put through the Shorty G shit.
What was that?
Like,
you know,
he's an Olympic hero. Not a gold
Yes.
medalist, but an Olympic hero.
Yeah.
Let's treat him as such. He's a gun. His wrestling is so good. He
Looks phenomenal.
looks amazing.
Looks phenomenal. Putting in work to look that good
Yeah,
too.
and he's
Yep.
doing good work with the Alpha Academy as well.
Yeah.
And his bad guy stick is starting to get real good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you pull the trigger. What do you think?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I agree with the Sammy thing. I really do. I know.
He-
I think
he
we
look-
all know.
Yeah.
Sammy is just like he's world class. You know, he's up there with Cody Rhodes. He's up there. I'm going to say it right now. He is my boy. He's up there with Roman Reigns
Yeah.
because he has done main events with Roman Reigns. So he is absolutely, he is like just a world class when it comes to WWE for sure.
He didn't look out of place when he wrestled Roman for that title.
Not at all.
I was like, I could see Sammy
not.
winning this.
And the thing that I love about Sammy, let's just touch on Sammy real quick. He brings such emotion. Like that match with him
Yeah.
and Sammy and Gunther.
Yeah.
At
He's the perfect
WrestleMania,
underdog.
He absolutely, and he brings so much emotion in on it.
Yep.
So he just gets beat the absolute crap out of him,
Yeah.
and you're just like, all right, this guy's getting beat the poop out of. Pin him, doesn't get pinned, and then he gets beaten, and then he gets pinned, and then he kicks out, and then he gets beaten down more and gets
Never
beaten down
gives up.
more. To the extent where you're like, okay, leave this guy alone,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he comes back.
Yeah. Fires up and the crowd just like gets behind him.
Absolutely.
And only him and a couple others like Shawn Michaels and like other dudes like that could really pull that off really well.
And I think that they bring true emotion to it.
Yeah, he does.
So you feel for Sammy. You
100%.
feel sorry for him.
Yep.
You feel bad for him. Like, he's trying all he can, but everything he does, he just gets absolutely whipped down. Like it's not even funny.
Yeah.
He's trying his best, and now all of a sudden he springs back. Yes, come on, Sammy.
Here he comes.
And
Let's
you
go.
get behind him.
Yes,
Ooh,
you do.
Goosebumps. You do. You know, goosebumps. So you do it, and that's what happened at WrestleMania, and that's what happened at the WrestleMania beforehand with the Usos as well. He is absolutely world class at what he does. So, just touching on what Sammy does, absolutely incredible. I love him as a title holder, but 100% I agree with you. I don't think he needs it. And I think he is world class material, but not undisputed material. Because I think Cody needs to hold this for a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cody is such a baby face, it's not even funny. The whole world loves Cody.
Everyone loves Cody.
You love Cody. I love Cody. We got emotional when he won it as well.
Oh, yeah.
We got emotional.
Oh, yeah.
As long as with the rest of the world got emotional too. So just touching on now going back to like the Sami Zayn and Chad, what Chad's been doing with Alpha Academy,
Great.
as in being the heel, fantastic. Some of the best work that I've ever seen him do.
Whipping Otis, slapping him.
And not only that, but he's putting Otis over as well.
100%.
And he's putting all of...
And Maxine. When he goes to hit Otis, and Maxine grabs his arm, everyone's like, oh, that's
incredible,
sick.
You know?
And he's like, get out of here.
And he was giving him only like, not SmackDown before that, giving all of the Alpha Academy a bit of spray, and then Otis steps in front, and the whole crowd, Otis. So not only is Chad putting himself over, he's putting Alpha Academy over.
The best.
And that right there is wrestling at its finest. That's what you're meant to do.
And that's why I think they'll put the title on him.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he deserves it.
And I don't disagree. 100%, I think Gable needs it.
Yeah.
I think this is now Gable's turn. I think now this is his shot. I think Gable needs this to run with this heel, but I think he needs to run with his heel shot to then be against Otis. Now, he's been with Otis for such a long time, traveled with Otis. Yep, and they're best mates. Everyone knows that outside of, the real world. I think that they can put on such a stellar match because they've talked about it outside of the ring.
Good mates always have better chemistry too.
Don't they just?
They always hit each other harder.
Even
like Gable's physical and Otis is just going to beat the crap out.
Huge,
but it's going to be great. Like,
absolutely fantastic.
And I can see the two of them going for the title after that. But what do you think? Who's going to win? Who's your tip? And how? Does Otis interfere? Does someone else get involved, or is it just a straight up one-on-one scrap? Because if it is, Gable is going to beat Sammy in a one-on-one scrap.
One-on-one scrap?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, all right.
Sammy beat him on that Raw match, one-on-one, fair and square, where he turned. And then Gable had him beat in the triple threat before Otis got in the way. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm thinking that it's been such a huge lead up to the turn of Otis finally sticking up for Alpha Academy. I think that this is just going to absolutely explode. And you're going to be on the edge of your seat, and you're going to have tears in your eyes, and you're going to be gripping your knees and everything. And my prediction is, I don't have a prediction.
You don't know?
I'm not going to do it.
Really?
I'm not saying anything right now.
Wow.
Because you know why? Because the simple fact that I'm just so excited for this match.
I'm keen as.
I don't care who wins. I don't care
agree.
who loses. I don't care who comes out on top. I'm hoping Otis does come out and get a little bit more props for what he's doing, and Maxine does as well.
Yep.
I'm just happy for the whole match in general, that I'm not going to set a winner or a loser at all. I'm staying out of this.
Wow.
I'm literally staying out of this.
I do agree with that. I think that I love both of them so much.
So much.
That I don't care. But the only reason I want to lean on to Gable is Sammy got his moment.
He's had two.
He's had a couple.
Yeah.
Gable hadn't had nothing.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in front of a crowd that's probably going to cheer for him.
I reckon they will.
I think the Scots will get behind the dude that's had a bit of a hard go lately.
Yeah.
Sammy got Mania.
Yep.
He got his return at Crown Jewel last year.
Oh,
with
not
the
even
tag
that.
titles.
He's got Elimination Chamber with Roman.
He's had so
And
many.
his wife was there. You
Yep.
know, he's got WrestleMania with his best mate Kevin Owens against the Usos, the best of the best, like the best tag team ever.
Yeah.
You know, Sammy's had a lot.
Yep.
And he's still there, which we got to give him props for.
He's definitely earned it, but I felt like that title change at Mania could have been Gable's.
Oh, okay.
So they had the lead up to it. Sammy obviously got it, but I just felt like Gable was the one
Should have done that.
who had that feud with Gunther 2 months earlier, 3 months earlier.
Yes, he did.
Looked really good, but that's Gunther as well, who helped him look amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think we're still here. Gable's still having a crack. I think it's his turn.
Okay. So you're sticking with your Gable's taking it?
I'll go. It's time.
Gable?
Because if I run through the show, and I think Cody retains. I think, and we'll go over them properly.
Of course.
The women retain their tags.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey retains.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's 50-50.
Mm.
The Drew match.
Mm.
The one that I would bank on more likely to lose would be Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a title change somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't
I
keep
think.
doing all this. There has to be a title change somewhere. So yeah, for sure.
We can. All right, sorry guys, the wife just popped in from work. So as we were saying, Gable and Sammy. So you're sitting on the fence,
I'm still sitting on the fence. I don't want to because I'm literally in for like the experience, and I'm not for the experience. I'm just gonna ride it. You know what I mean? I can't wait for this roller coaster. I'm so excited about it. This is why it's the first match that I asked about, because I'm just absolutely bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Just to wrap that up, bring it on, guys. I could keep going. All right, so the next match that I want to get back onto, if I can, please. So the 3-way tag match. So let's just touch on one of the first tag teams that's in it, and that's the Dawn and the Fire. What do you think of this? What do you think of these? Because I've watched these girls.
They're on NXT. Yeah.
I've watched them from NXT. So
I'm better off asking you that because I haven't seen a whole lot of them.
Yep.
I know a lot more about Stark and Baszler.
Yeah, definitely keen to catch on that.
But tell me what you think of them because you watch more NXT than I do.
So the Fire and the Dawn, so they actually had a feud for a little while there, which was quite good. You know, all in all, it's world class, great wrestling in general. But I was never really taken in and sunken into the characters of what they're doing. They're still professionals, and they're from WWE. They're from UK. Both of them are, and both of them are superstars over in the UK too. But to me, with the Fire, they tried to really push her, give her a lot of promos. I think they gave her a baseball bat at some stage there. And I just never really sunk into the character.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was because of who they are, or if that was because of the way that NXT pushed them.
Yeah.
But in saying that, with this 3-way women's tag match, it could go either way for me.
So
it's either like these girls are going to shine, these girls are going to be like, wow, they are up there with the best of the best.
That's what I reckon.
Or these girls are going to be like, all right, they're a bit lackluster. They were just there to fill a bit of a spot. But that's my opinion on it.
I agree. I think we know what we're going to get out of Stark and Baszler.
Oh.
We know that they've got that MMA style background. We know that Baszler's an absolute unit and has been underutilized for so many years. I think that Belair and Cargill just hang on to the titles quite easily, but I think they're gonna give a fair bit of shine to the NXT girls. I think they're gonna make us think, and then take it away. So I reckon the girls will scrap a win out.
All right.
I think on paper you go, well, Belair and Cargill, they're gonna smash everybody because look at them, they're just units.
Oh,
they're so strong. They're fast. They're a good tag team. I just think
athletes, like the definition of athletic women.
They look like $1 million.
Put them in the front cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is them right there, hands down.
I think that they'll give the other two teams a lot of shine, and then they'll just take the win at the end.
Yep.
I don't think the titles will change hands.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But I just want to go back on and like this lady who I think just does not get
Yeah, the Queen of Spades.
Is Queen of Spades Baszler.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like touch on
Is
her
she a
a little bit
two-time
if we
NXT
can.
champion? I think.
I think she was one of the first, and she was
for a
like
bit.
up there with the longest reign as well.
Yeah,
Now,
I think Asuka and her had 2 really long reigns. Yeah.
Now, Stark, because I followed Stark in NXT, she's great. She's fantastic. She's up there. She's going to be an absolute superstar one
She's
day.
a unit too.
She's a bigger lady.
Yeah.
Now, she's a little bit older, because I listened to a podcast with her, with Corey Graves, the one that he does.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and he was just talking about her past and where she's come from. She's a little bit older. Fantastic.
Yeah.
She is going to be a superstar, but I believe she will be a superstar in 2 years' time.
Yes.
Now, Shayna, who I cannot talk any more highly of,
Yep.
I have always rated her
Same.
to be an absolute, like, she's just going to be a weapon.
What
when
they did
she
with
gets
Ronda
that
Rousey
way.
is what should have happened to her.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bloody oath.
Yep.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with that
An
anymore.
absolute killer.
Killer.
Yep.
Absolute killer.
Go out and choke a bitch.
Absolutely.
Game over.
Break her ankle.
Yep.
Get her against, like, the best of the best,
Yep.
Charlotte Flair and Becky, and she will hold her own,
Yep.
which she's done time and time again. The only reason why she hasn't is because she hasn't been scripted or written
Correct.
into being such
Someone
a killer
lost faith in her somewhere along
at
the way.
some stage.
I don't
And
reckon
think
any of us have.
Something that is her downfall is her promo work. So what do we do there? Because Ronda had terrible promo
It's
work
not hard.
too.
Give her a manager.
So
Women can have managers too.
what manager do you give her, you know? Who's a voice that you can give her? If, I mean, a dream, absolute dream would be Paul Heyman. I mean, you put a Hall of Famer with her, the Hall of Fame is just going to make her look like...
She could be the female Lesnar.
And I think she should be.
I agree. I totally agree.
She is a weapon.
Yep.
She is dangerous. She's got the look to be an absolute monster that she does. You know, get rid of the makeup and crap and get rid of the stuff, get rid of all the attire.
Just come out wearing your fighting gear
and just kick ass.
and nuke people.
And
Yeah.
just tap people out
Yep.
and break ankles.
Because she looks like she would hurt you.
She would kick
She's
anybody's
strong.
ass,
She's
you know?
tough. I absolutely 1000% agree with you. And
sure.
even if it's not Heyman, there's 1,000 other people in that company that
So
can
many.
talk.
So
Like,
many.
just chuck out one of the producers on TV that can talk really well. They've got so many people behind the scenes that can be a great manager, that have done it
Absolutely.
before and that can do it again easily.
Yeah, yep.
But yeah, I would love Heyman. I think will now be forever tied in with the bloodline. I don't
for
think
sure. Yeah. I mean, that was
he
just
can't
a
get out
dream.
now. Yeah.
That's just a dream. Let's just give her someone
But if
like that.
in an ideal world, I would absolutely love to see her with Heyman coming out, just talking the way he does.
Yep.
Her just choke out someone and leave. It's
Just
fantastic.
Do a Brock Lesnar. Just
Yeah.
stand in the middle of the ring, have the title over your shoulder, do a little bit of a juice on your ankles, little bit of a, every now and then do a scream, and then someone comes in the ring, you suplex them and tap them out. That's
Over.
all you need to do, time and time
And give her the title for
and
2
she will
years,
do it. Yep.
and then have the big Cody Rhodes babyface come along and
100%.
money,
100%.
Prince money.
For sure, 100%. And I couldn't speak any highly of her. Give her a push.
Please.
WWE, if you hear this,
Please, please,
push.
push, please.
So, going back to, let's just get off of her for a little while.
Yeah, yeah. We do love her.
Quite hard there. To the tag team match, we got the triple threat tag team match. Blair, Jade is just phenomenal.
They're animals.
You know,
It's
I mean,
no,
absolutely
they're
phenomenal.
gonna crush any competition that comes their way
sure.
for a while.
They are just
It's gonna
too
take something special to beat them,
big time.
unless they start like a feud between the two of them.
Which I hope they don't do anytime soon. Because,
I thought they were going to at the Rumble because they had that face off,
yeah,
and I was like, that's maybe they hold this tag titles till like the Rumble,
yeah,
then they lose at the Rumble, and then they feud at Mania.
okay.
Money.
I want it to be Mania.
Money.
I want it to be Mania.
Yeah.
That is money. That
Gives
is written.
Jade enough time to get more experience in the
Yep.
ring,
Yep,
to get better at what she's wanting to do.
yep.
But Belair can teach her as well as all the opponents she's going to face along the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9 months to the Rumble. Then lose them there. Go to Mania and have a banger.
Have a huge
Print
one.
money.
Absolute huge one. Now Jade's come in and she's absolutely dominated the whole time. But She had one scrappy match.
We've seen a few moments where it's like,
but there was,
hard to watch.
I think with a lot of nerves involved.
That was with the Oscar and the Kabuki Warriors. It was
which I've sort of seen a few things on the internet. I mean, a couple of internet trolls out there, but I will say that I have seen that a lot of people have said maybe the communication
could have been an issue.
in the Kabuki Warriors are a bit lackluster because obviously English is their second language.
Yeah.
So when you're in the ring and you've got a lot of adrenaline and you've got a lot of whatever going on, you've got 2 or 3 cameras that you need to watch out for. If you whisper something or mutter something under your voice for the next set or for the next spot that you have, and you don't quite hear it or even don't understand that language because it's a second language, then you're just making it up on the fly and you're trying to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now you got to understand is someone like Jade, who's just an absolute powerhouse, that can literally pick you up one arm and toss you out the ring like you're nothing. She has to be careful of her smaller opponents. And the
But
Warriors
also to your point,
are quite small.
Belair has the experience, if she can't understand him, to come up with something on the fly that will look killer and will work in coordinating with the match. Jade, she had that moment and she was like, what do I do? And she froze.
She froze.
Whereas everyone else would pick it up and roll with it. Because Jade was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And we all saw it. And it was 30 seconds, but it felt like 3 minutes.
It did. It did. And you know the whole world was like, ugh.
Oh, it hurt. It hurt. Yeah.
What's going on there, guys? Like, nearly dropped a lady on her face, which is the total opposite of
what do you want to do?
Entertainment, of wrestling entertainment,
Yeah.
You almost smashed the girl's face up. So, but hey, that's a learning curve for her.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a learning experience for her. I imagine that she's probably harder on herself than what anybody
I mean, you don't get as disciplined and look as amazing as she does without being hard on yourself.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure she would have been kicking herself.
Quite sure she's still kicking herself.
Yeah, she probably has nightmares. Like,
Absolutely.
you wake up, you have a memory from like 10 years ago. You're like, oh, why did I do that? That's probably yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, she's learning. WWE is a huge worldwide platform. There's a lot of pressure that she probably put on herself.
Yeah.
So, anyway, going back to the winners of the actual match, I agree with you, Jade, Blair. Going to be such a great match. Hopefully they put the NXT girls over a little bit more.
I think they will. I think they'll make them look good, and then right at the last second they'll scrap out a win.
Okay.
Something will happen. Someone will push someone out the way. Jade or Belair will get the pin.
So you don't think that they will push for the Belair, Jade?
Too early.
Too early.
Way too early.
I hope so.
They've only had the titles for 2 months. I reckon, honestly, around Rumble time, lose them.
Yep.
From having a feud between the guys. Just be bickering. Just be having a bit of snarky comments here and there in the few weeks leading up.
Yep.
Lose them.
Yep.
Then have a big falling out. Go to Mania.
Then they go at it.
2 absolute superstars.
Absolutely.
Look like $1 million.
For sure.
They'll be fine.
So our predictions are exactly the same right there,
Yep.
which is going to be fantastic. Still going to be a banger of a match, so...
Stay on the women. Go Bailey and Piper Niven.
We'll go Bailey and Piper. Yeah, why not? You go first. You go, Sharp. What's your predictions?
I think the match will be Bailey trying to make Piper look good. Bailey will win and retain.
Okay.
They will make the crowd... I don't know how hot they're going to be on Piper because she's still kind of reasonably... Like, the long-term investment they have in Drew compared to Piper is just not there for Piper.
Cool.
They're still going to be hot for her, but they're not going to be ravenous like they will for Drew. They're going to be losing their shit for him.
Yeah.
Piper's been around for a little bit, but not long enough to have that sort of reaction. So I think Bailey's going to do everything she can to make Piper look good.
Mm-hmm.
She's also going to have Chelsea Green at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a thing there that you could do too, where Chelsea gets in the way, or Piper's always helping out Chelsea, and this time maybe Chelsea could stuff it up.
Well, let's take a bit of a side note on that. Chelsea Green.
I love her.
What's your opinion on that?
I love her. She's great.
Yeah.
I love her. You got to have those characters.
The wrestling.
You got to have her. You got to have some of those, not comedic, but almost spoofy kind of characters that.
Okay.
She's happy to take the piss out of herself.
And that she is.
She's happy to, like Santino Morelli, you just got to have one of them around every once in a while.
Yeah.
She's happy to go to the Rumble and get eliminated in 0.08 seconds.
Yeah.
You got to have your big superstars, but you also got to have the dudes and the girls that are happy to you know,
the-
show their ass, as in be like funny and be a bit more. She's great. Anytime Chelsea, Green, it's so obnoxious and annoying,
I hate it.
and it's perfect for her. I love it.
I see what you're saying there because perfect example of that. Sami Zayn did a match with Johnny Knoxville.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
amazing.
He got pinned by a mousetrap.
It was
Did
amazing.
he not?
That was one of the matches of the year that year.
Now look where he is right now.
100%.
So that was just a bit of a side note.
Yeah, so
but-
she can definitely
okay.
get out of that sort of thing eventually
Yeah.
in the long run.
Yep.
But I think what she does works. I think she's her gimmick is great. The way she looks is great, and I think that we can't all be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. We sometimes need to be. Hey, Santino Marella had a job in WWE for like 13 years,
Doing what he does.
doing what he does.
Okay.
He got paid for a long time, and I think
Yeah.
Chelsea can do the same thing.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And you can also make she's not Shayna Baszler. She's not a killer.
Nah.
She's a looker, not a killer, and she's
Yeah.
going to come out and do the stuff that she does. I think she's underrated. I like her. I like what
Yeah.
she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do
I'll
you?
definitely say that. She's one of those characters that I love to hate.
Yeah, annoying.
So
Yeah.
WWE is setting her up to be annoying, to be, to be a microphone annoying person, iconic. So let's just put it that way.
100%.
That's what they were like.
100%.
As well, you know.
Yep.
And I'm buying into it.
Yep.
I'm buying into it.
Yep.
I
Love to hate is perfect.
To hate Chelsea Green.
Yep.
Don't think she's that good. Don't think she's wicked.
Yep.
And one day she's going to show me up.
Yep.
And I'm going to put my foot in my mouth. And I'm going to come back here in 2 years' time and
Yep.
be like, Sharpy, I always liked Chelsea Green. And you go, I don't know, mate. You know, you had your doubts. So,
I'm going to make a bold prediction. She's
Mm.
going to win Money in the Bank one day, and win the title.
Okay.
She's
okay.
again
Let's go with that.
perfect kind of
Okay.
person to have it.
Yep.
You're not going to expect her to win. A, you're not going to expect her to win Money in the Bank, and B, you're not expect her to cash in. You look at like someone like Carmella or like Nikki Cross when she had it as well.
Yes.
You're like, they're not going to cash in, and
Yeah.
they did.
Yep.
I reckon she'll be able to win.
Okay.
She'll be
And the thing that I like about it as well is she's a bit of an underdog.
100%.
So
You expect her
that's-
to get smashed.
That's what's the good thing about Money in the Bank. That
Anyone
the
can win.
underdogs do get it
Yep.
because they do go a bit quiet.
Yep.
But they just carry around a briefcase for ages,
Yep.
and they promote that they're
Yeah.
the Money in the Bank.
Yep.
All right, so let's move it back onto it. So the Bailey versus Piper.
Piper looks good. Bailey wins.
I think they got to ride this wave of Bailey for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
as well.
100%. She didn't have it for so long.
Yeah, and she's put in work, and Triple H loves her.
Loves her.
So I'm gonna agree with that. I'm for sure. Piper, yeah, once again the crowd's gonna get behind her. She's
Yep.
gonna look wicked. She's gonna be wicked. SmackDown. I don't know if you guys watched it. I don't know if you watched it yourself.
I watched all the
Even-
highlights. Yeah.
Even Chelsea Green just mentioned her name for like 30 seconds. The whole crowd went absolutely bunter.
Yeah.
Piper couldn't help but have a big smile on her
Yeah.
face. So you know the crowd's going to get behind her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Bailey is going to retain. To what feud Bailey goes on from there? Who knows?
Don't know if she could go anywhere really.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't have any feelers for the
I
next.
don't, not at all.
I think she'll come out on Raw. Is she on Raw? Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on Raw.
Yeah. No. Mummy. Liv Morgan's on Raw.
Liv
No, she's on
Morgan.
SmackDown. Oh yeah, I don't know who she could feud with. To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
Let's
Anyway,
move on to the
let's
next
put a
one.
full Stop on that one. I do want to take a total side note though, because there's something that I do want to touch on. I do want to ask the question. We've only got 2 more matches to talk about from
Yep.
there,
All right.
but something that I want to take a total side note of.
Yep.
So the side note that I do want to ask you about, which has got nothing to do with this main event at all, but it's a storyline that I would honestly say that I think I'm just so like enthralled with and excited about. Dominic Mysterio
And Liv Morgan.
What do you feel is-
Mummy's gonna come and collect.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mummy's not happy.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed.
Mummy's not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's gonna be. Mum's gonna come and get what belongs to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But
It's
until
great
then,
though.
Like, are you invested in the storyline? Where do you think it's going to go?
I think
What
it's
is Dominic's?
It's getting better,
Yeah.
but I thought at the start it was a bit like he's married in real life.
Yeah.
Some other really hot chicks kissing him.
Yeah.
Always always makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. But I think the way that Dom's done it, whereas he's not like flat out kissed her or anything, he's acted like he doesn't want to.
Turned his head.
I think he's done well to save face, not only with his real wife, but in terms of the storyline, I think it's all gonna work out. I could see Mummy coming back, turning full face, and because she's coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone comes back from an injury, they turn into a good guy.
Yeah. Because when they come out, everyone's so hyped.
Yay, she's back.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy.
What they're gonna do. Okay, I agree with that.
Liv's totally gonna. She was kind of heelish anyway. She'll be full blown heel, and Mummy will come back.
That's it.
And collect the title and collect her boy.
They're gonna go. Yeah. So, for me personally, the whole Dominic and Liv thing, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I am 100% involved, whatever else. Now, they're really pushing for, because Liv trapped him in the corner just the other week or something like that, and then she sort of like, flirted with him, and she went to walk off, and as she went to walk off, supposedly Dominic had a bit of a smirk on his face, and they zoomed in on her.
100% did.
I don't think he did.
Okay.
I don't think he did. I think they were playing for something to try to set up the storyline there.
Yeah.
Where, in a way, Dominic never thought he was meant to smile at that moment.
Yeah.
So then they sort of said to themselves, we need a smirk out of it. Wait till he turns, and then let's just put it that way type of thing. How they've had it where Liv gets hit off the ring and falls on top of Mysterio.
Yeah, I know.
And Dom's laying there on his back. She's getting up, whatever else.
Yeah.
I'm loving that as well. Now, the whole flirtatious scene coming from Liv, not only she's an absolute stunner of a lady, but it just suits her.
Yeah.
This type of flirtatious look-type thing definitely suits her.
Yeah.
And the dirty Dom, I mean, if you don't remember this, I just want to recap on someone who thought Dominic Mysterio was the 2023 MVP of the year, and that title was given to him from Shawn Michaels. Because Dominic Mysterio, not only did he main event a SmackDown, a Raw, and an NXT in 1 week alone.
That's nuts.
That man is going to get a push throughout the years. But what direction they put him on, I don't know. Because he's not a big fella.
Well, neither was his dad, but his dad's one of the best of all time.
His dad's one of the GOATs, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right now, his dad's in the Hall of Fame.
Still going, too. Been around for 30 years.
Have a look at Dom's entrance a little while ago when he rocked up by police cars and
amazing.
Walked
so
into
good.
the ring with handcuffs on him. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So is now the time that they get Dominic Mysterio to break away from the Judgment Day, to put Dominic by himself? And then another question on that, do we think Dom's ready to be a single superstar by himself now? Or does he still stay with the faction of Judgment Day?
So I think if you look at factions as a whole in the company, it's the Bloodline and the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Not really. No one off the top of my head.
Damage Control.
Yeah, but no men in that really. Like a faction's got like men and women in it, and
really.
up to 4 or 5.
Hurt Business, not really.
They're faded out now because the Street Profits.
Cross.
Yeah, okay. So
NXT
his
guys,
thing's kind of, but he's more
Scott
NXT.
McGuire.
Yeah, so it's really the Bloodline and Judgment Day.
Yep.
The Bloodline is separated at the moment. There's new members. I just think they're going to hold off on the Judgment Day for a while, which means they've put in Carlito for a bit of extra fresh blood.
Yep.
Maybe Priest separates himself soon, but I think you leave McDonough, Mysterio, Carlito, Finn with whenever Ripley gets back, trying to get Dom out. I think that'll be the storyline going forward for a while. I just think with the Bloodline being in turmoil the way it is, you probably don't want the Judgment Day to also be in turmoil as well.
Yep. Okay.
That's all. That's the only. I'm trying to think from a logical standpoint. My gut would say I could see Dom going and having a great singles run as well. Like the complete. So if Sammy is the good and the white goodness, you flip the coin, and you got Dom on the other side of darkness, and same size, same build, but does everything. It cheats all the time. Does everything the opposite of what Sammy does.
Low blows.
Everything. Cheats,
Bring out,
lies,
grabs the ref.
steals,
Wow.
just like Eddie.
Great.
Two
Absolutely
sides
great.
of like the same
Yeah.
coin.
Yep.
Sammy is the good
Yep.
and does all the good things, never quits, never gives up. Dom throws in the
Flip
towel
that.
straight away, can't be bothered,
Dirty dog.
doesn't want to do anything right.
Greasy mullet. Dirty Mo.
Yeah.
Love that.
I could see
Absolutely
those
love
two
that.
having an amazing feud
Love
in the
that.
future. Yeah.
So I think us just talking about that right now is just cementing Dom to be a superstar
Yeah.
later on in life.
Yeah.
You know, he just says it right now. MVP 2023 from Shawn Michaels himself. Liv Morgan, who's not even on the main event, which we should be talking about right now. She's obviously smashing goals.
She's not even
as
on
well.
the show.
She's
Yeah.
not even on the show, and she's doing that. And we're talking about her, which just says something right there. And the thing that I do love about it, keep touching on it because we're SA boys, is I love that Mum is still on the scene,
Yeah.
even though Rhea Ripley isn't even
She's-
in the show.
Yeah.
She's still getting mentioned, and we're still bringing her up
Yeah.
to be like, oh, when Mummy comes back.
Oh, watch out.
So
Mum's coming
every
home.
single
You better
time.
run.
And just like what we did with the Bloodline when Roman wasn't there, Roman's not there. When Roman gets back, man,
Watch
you gotta
out.
watch out.
Yeah.
So we're keeping them irrelevant even though they're not in the show.
Yep.
Same with Drew McIntyre and
Mhm.
CM Punk, which we'll touch on a bit later on. Still
So
keeping
excited.
CM Punk irrelevant in the show, even though he's not even there.
So excited.
That right there is just good business.
Yep, good
That right
storytelling.
there is fantastic. Worldwide entertainment, like that, worldwide entertainment
Clever.
of what an actual wrestling
Yeah.
company should be doing.
They're
That's
smashing it.
fantastic. Absolutely.
We'll leave.
Hands
We'll leave.
down.
We'll leave Drew and Priest last.
Okay.
So if you want to go Cody
So
and
now
AJ
we're touching on AJ and Cody. Now
in
I'm
an
gonna
I
I'm
Quit
going to go on a bit of a rant here for a second. So
Fire
bear with me
away.
For a second. AJ Styles been in the game for however many years. TNA was he with? TNA, smash goals in TNA since he was such a young guy. Has come to WWE, has already captured the world title twice. Nakamura as well, which was absolutely a phenomenal feud there too. US title twice. Has come back, has pushed over guys like Omos, the actual giant himself. This man, he's a WWE champion and a WWE world title holder without even having a belt around his waist.
Yeah.
Like, this man is...
He's like Shawn Michaels was back in the day. You didn't need a title.
You didn't need a title. He's absolutely... The only one word that I can sum it up for that this man is, and that word is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Everything he touches, everything he does, and still has come back at an older age with longer hair, probably dyes it, longer hair, dyes his beard, and is so jacked. Jacked. Good for him, you know. At such a
Him and
older
Randy are the biggest they've ever
Jacked.
been.
age. Hands down.
Yeah.
It's crazy how big that man has gotten to.
He looks
Absolutely
amazing.
insane.
And to be that big and still do the moves that he does is nuts.
Crazy.
It's I'm envious. That is unreal.
Like, jumps off the top rope.
450s
Easy.
and looks the way he does.
To this day, you know, his hair gets in his mouth every now and again.
Yeah,
whatever else, doesn't matter.
that's the
you know?
shampoo. Change the shampoo,
Yeah, change
or just
shampoo.
don't wash it.
Or just don't. Or just cut your hair.
Or make it wet. One or the other.
So let's just touch on now the American Nightmare.
I love Cody,
Oh,
man.
I
Cody's
mean, doesn't everybody?
Cody's everything at the moment. I think the people that don't like Cody were the ones that wanted him before, and now that they've got him, they go, "Oh, I'm sick of this toy already." Whereas I think the people that are like long-term thinkers and long-term invested can see the value that he brings. I think he's I hate saying like the new John Cena, but he's gonna be like the good guy that's gonna fight for goodness, and be in that world title picture for a long time. I think he's just gonna he's money. He's money to me. His the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he looks, is just, it's not Roman level money, but he's money.
I would disagree with something that you said, and you said that he is not the next John Cena, I would agree and say he is.
Yeah, you reckon?
This era's John Cena.
Okay.
He is hustle. He is loyalty. He is respect.
I don't like the comparison of saying he's the next Cena, but he's filling that hole.
In a way, he could. You know, like put a couple of sweatbands on his arm, put some purple on him. I think he'd still get the same reaction as well. I don't think that. So I think WWE set Cody Rhodes up to be a babyface. So in other words, babyface, a good guy, a nice person, a good businessman, good with the crowds, good with the people, good with the kids. You've probably seen that. Good with the kids. Good outfit, good look, good smile, fantastic on the mic, talking, everything like that. Yep.
Can do the heated mic moments, but he can also make you like tear up talking about his dad every time it gets
talking
me.
About his mum,
every time it gets me.
Like that. He's got such a backstory of being the son of an absolute legend.
Son of the dream.
Who I think he's come out of his shadow.
100%.
I don't think the shadow is the right word to use, but I think he's come out of where Dusty Rhodes' legacy is.
He's not Dusty's kid anymore.
He's not Dusty's kid.
He's Cody Rhodes.
He's Cody effing Rhodes.
He's the American Nightmare.
And the thing with Cody Rhodes is he stepped in the ring with the greatest on multiple occasions, only in the last 2 years, and has shown out
how good he can go.
He will just string you along for an emotional roller coaster.
Yep.
WrestleMania, I know I touched on it before, but God, what an emotional roller coaster that was. We all knew he was going to win it, how he was going to win it, and if we would actually be strung along for this silly emotional roller coaster that they were going to do to us, oh yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to win it, but how? And at the end of the match, we were both jumping out of our chairs. Oh my God, he won it! And that's because what Cody Rhodes did. I don't think you can talk any highly of what this man is doing right now in the industry and what he's bringing to WWE as the face of WWE. I mean, he was just the face of the last video game. He's probably a face of however many main event posters, and you're more than happy to sort of look at it and go, that's my Cody. That's my undisputed champion.
He's our boy.
He is our boy that took down one of the biggest hills.
Shout out to Roman for being amazing for so long.
Miss you, Roman. Miss you.
He's gonna come back and just destroy.
I'm so looking forward to my tribal chief coming back.
Surely at SummerSlam he pops up.
Setting up that. He's incredible.
New bloodline versus old bloodline is gonna be money.
Usos reunite.
I'm getting excited.
Do we get Sammy involved? I don't know.
If you want to, just for a callback. Just one segment.
So let's go back to where we once were. We can touch on that another time.
Yes, please. Let's do that another day.
So we've touched on AJ Styles, of his legacy and his phenomenalness. Made that word up. Phenomenalness.
Still
of what
works.
he brings to Cody Rhodes. His what do you want to call that? I'm just going to call it the Cody Rhodes era.
Yeah, he's on a wave at the moment. He's on a tidal wave.
Like he's just brought so much attention to WWE to just bring it back to wherever it was. If you didn't know about WWE, you will know about WWE by watching it for 20 minutes and jumping on board with the bloke that dyes his hair blonde, that's got fantastic teeth, and he wears amazing suits. Who's this guy? And damn, that belt is shiny, but it looks good on his shoulder.
It does look good.
So let's get on to, instead of talking these guys up, which
who's winning?
Do for where, whatever else. An I Quit match.
The thing that worries me about this is I don't want either one of them to. Like, are they going to hold up the stipulation if I quit? Does that mean they leave? Because if that's the case, AJ loses and leaves. WWE.
Is that what the stipulation was? I quit, so I quit WWE?
I don't think so. So that's what I'm saying is I think it is just a normal I quit match. I don't think before they've done ones where it's like if you quit, you leave. And the only reason
I quit WWE type thing.
But right now, WWE and TNA have a relationship.
Oh, that's different.
Imagine.
Touch on that later on.
Imagine he quits, and then he just pops up somewhere else.
Wow. And he could, that's the thing.
And Moose is TNA's world champion, and he's a big boy.
Oh.
Imagine AJ taking him on.
I would love for Moose to come over because I think he could.
Or AJ goes there and boosts their television.
Which he would.
Fucking oath he would.
But how does this work out? So
Well, if he quits, so he's got I think he signed a contract for a while. He's still with WWE for a while. But if he...
why would you want to leave?
Oh, yeah. If he quits and then pops over on TNA for 3 months, does a bit of job. It might not even be that. He might even just go for one show. But I don't know. There's that possibility that you can play with.
But in saying that, if you just said that AJ Styles is going to quit and go over to TNA, I've never watched TNA, and you saying that once off,
You're going to go watch it.
I would tune in.
So would I. So TNA, thank you very much. We're going to get a shitload more viewers.
I think that sort of says it all right there,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Cody won't lose.
I think that sort of says it all.
John Cena doesn't quit when he lost his matches.
Yeah.
Like when he did I quit matches in the past, John Cena never gave up. Cody's the same. He won't give up.
So
The heroes don't.
So you're saying
quit.
that right now? That's your predictions done.
I think Cody will retain. I would love either one of them. Again, it's another one where I'm not gonna. No one's a loser in this match in real life. Like they're both gonna. It's gonna be a banger.
Oh.
I don't really want to see the OC interfere.
Oh yeah.
I don't really want to see him interfere. I just want AJ and Cody to go out and beat the crap out of each other, and maybe come up with a really cool finish.
Let's just sorry to interrupt you there, but let's just go on to the OC for a little bit. So have you been seeing a lot of what they've been doing lately?
Yeah, they're on NXT chasing the NXT
So
titles.
they're on NXT chasing the NXT titles, and the guys that are the NXT champions are fantastic. Don't get me wrong, short guys, like thinner guys, athletic as all buggery, whatever else, man. But then to get onto the level of what like the OC is trying to do, and they're bringing Mitchin into it as well.
Yeah.
I feel like the OC are really struggling for what they're trying to do.
And I think AJ said that when he put himself back with them as well.
I think.
But I don't know. I honestly think NXT is probably a good spot for him.
I think NXT is a great spot for him to give him a great run.
Look what it did for Corbin.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. I think that's where they're at. I think they're at a low.
Yeah.
And they want to keep getting paid well.
Yep.
They don't want to go to AEW or somewhere else like that.
Nah.
They could. They've been in TNA before and they could go back, but NXT is a good place for them.
I think maybe give him NXT and give him a stomper run.
Yeah.
Because give him NXT because they're up there with the best in the world.
Yeah.
So give him NXT and give him a long run.
But make them entertaining. Don't make them so boring. They're boring.
Yes.
They used to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Like back when AJ was feuding with John Cena and they were like pretending to be doctors and like they'd walk in the room and be like, "Doctor."
Yeah.
And the other one would be like, "Doctor."
Yeah.
Like, that shit's funny. Like let them be funny. That's what they do.
I
don't know.
Just let them do what they want to do. So the thing that I love about NXT, which is what they're pushing for a lot
They
nowadays,
get more freedom over there.
You get a lot more freedom. And that's what Corbin did. So Corbin went in there to do what he needed to do.
Loved it.
And at the start, everybody hated it. Everyone was like, "Why is Corbin in here?" He was having a couple of matches with like Melo, incredible. Future,
He is him.
He is future like superstar right there. Absolutely.
Money.
He had matches with Bronson. Absolutely incredible. He had matches with Breaker. Everybody knows how much a freaking door breaker for sure. Crazy, absolutely crazy what he has done over there. And now he's come back and he's in a massive spotlight because everybody loves him because what he did over there. So I believe that's what OC should try to do. They should go over there, do their own thing, break into their own character, have a stomper run in NXT.
Yeah, then come
as the
back
champs,
bigger and badder.
to the people that are just like, wow, these guys are another level, and then lose it to young guys, which is what NXT are all about, then come back to the world title.
Or the world tag titles or whatever.
World tag titles.
Yeah.
Which is what they should be doing because world tag titles are freaking ridiculous right now.
We need to talk about them one day. We need to.
And we will. We'll touch on them. So let's go back to where we once were. We keep getting
Who wins? Who wins? Talk to
So
me.
what was your prediction? So you said
Cody can't lose yet. You can't. You can't have a year and a half chase of Roman and then lose in 3 months. You know, he's not
Royal
losing.
Rumble wins.
I love AJ, and God, I want to see him win another world title at some stage, especially if he had jacked ears and how juicy he looks. Nah, I think Cody still wins. And I don't mean juicy in the bad way.
Nah. I'm not even going to, argue or get into that anymore. Yep, Cody. Done.
Yep. All right, move on.
Done. Yep,
Final match of the card.
Right now. So, Drew versus
It's going to be good.
Once again, let's talk about these two individuals. I went on a rant, so now it's your time to go on a rant about... Let's go Drew McIntyre.
I love Drew. God, I love Drew. And like we spoke before about the music ringing in my ears, every time I hear his music, I can literally see myself in the chair at Perth watching him walk out. He's like 250 metres away from me and he still looks big.
Huge.
He's been around forever and I am a massive fan of what he's doing. He is like the personification of like an internet troll, but he's the one that would beat you up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he's like a keyboard warrior because of all the shit that he does on socials. And if you don't follow his social media, please go and watch all of his videos. They're hilarious. Like I said to you the other day, like he pretended to be like CM Punk and get stuck at WWE headquarters.
Yeah.
And then he just like goes, oh no, my tricep works, so I can open this door and get myself out. That's just shit, like just fantastic. He's somewhere along the way, he either got pissed off or someone said, you know what, just do what you want because it works.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I know what I am and I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
He's been good for the last few years, but this is the best Drew McIntyre I've ever seen.
Agreed.
I love him. I give him the belt. Give it to him. Priest isn't that interesting to me.
Let's go on Priest. Let's don't jump to your.
Now I loved when he cashed in and won the money. Yeah, won the title.
Yep.
I was all for that because Punk was there, and I think Punk's going to be there again. How do you feel? The last 2 months, Priest's reign? What do you think of it so far?
So Priest for me. Priest in ring work is incredible.
Yeah. Yep.
He is everything he does, and he still keeps pushing that to be more incredible as time goes by. Even his punch on R-Truth, as he was doing for a while there, everyone was like, "Oh, that's a sucker punch," and it was awesome. It was wicked. He can do the razor's edge safely.
Good move. Yeah.
And well.
Yep.
He does, the sit-down choke slam as well.
Sick move, love it.
And he does that well. He's a tall fella, so he can do
bigger than what you expect too.
I think he's like 6'7".
Yeah, you look at him stand next to McIntyre, who's massive.
He's a very tall man.
Priest is just as big.
Yeah, they're eye and eye.
Yeah, it's deceivingly large.
And the thing is, over the last probably 3-4 years now, he's only got more and more jacked and more
so
built.
good too.
So for someone who's like a World Wrestling Entertainment fan, you want someone to be an athlete and big and jacked. You just don't want a big heavyset dude doing what they're doing and eventually getting overweight or out of shape. He's only getting more and more in shape as time goes by as well. And him getting hooked up with the Judgment Day only pushed himself amazingly so. So I don't know if he was a standout. To me, I still love Finn.
I think they all have moments.
They did, yes.
I think we could do a whole podcast on the Judgment Day. But I think they all individually have moments where it's like, Finn's really hot right now, we love him. And then Dom's doing the best work ever. Mummy's hot as hell. Old mate's got the briefcase, is hot as hell. McDonough's doing some good shit on the side. I don't know. I just think they all they all have moments where they get real hot.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we can talk about that another time.
If you win with the Judgment Day, you're money.
Yeah.
You are money. So yeah, I think it's fantastic what they're doing. But just touching back on Priest of
the reign, his 2 month reign. Is it a hit or miss?
So cashed in, loved it.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen, but when it did happen, we were on the edge of our seat.
The thing I liked about it was because they let us think that McIntyre was just going to get up and walk away, but he he waved it in front of Punk's face. And he was just shit-talking Punk for a little bit too long. And we were like, something's going to happen here because he's right up in his grill. And then, yeah, Punk waits for him to turn around, flicks his ankle.
So,
amazing.
Just to interrupt you for a second now, exactly how Hunter put it in the press conference, his obsession with CM Punk, just like Seth Rollins' obsession was to be the spotlight, his obsession with CM Punk was the thing that eventually
was his undoing. Yeah.
Just hit the nail on the head. Hunter hit the nail on the head right there, which was crazy. So, for Priest's cash-in, incredible. Edge of my seat.
Loved it.
Loved
Loved every second of it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Jumped up out of my chair. Knew it was going to happen.
Yep.
Punk finally hits him. Drew's gone down. What are you doing? And then
Here he comes.
Judgment Day. This is it.
Yep.
It's happening. Like, Drew's down. This is going to... It's actually... Oh, my God.
And it was done. It was over quick. Unbelievable.
Done. And they went up to the top of the stage.
Got out of there.
Celebrated together. And they're all emotional. All young.
Yeah.
All young superstars. I mean, Finn's been in it for a long time, but all young superstars, all deserving where they needed to go. Fantastic. Loved that moment.
Yes.
Then to follow up from there,
What's he done since?
what has he done that's been a massive standout? So he had the feud with
Yeah.
Jey Uso.
Yeah, they had a match.
Yeah,
They had a random match at France.
I had a main event.
He didn't do anything at Crown Jewel. He wasn't on the show.
Rash Hart.
So he's had one match against Jey Uso for the title.
Uso. And the thing that was so crazy about that is that he probably put Jey over more.
Well, 100%. The crowd wanted Jey to win. That crowd was going off for
And
Jey.
Jey
But-
is...
As they should have been, because Priest is a bad guy, Jay's a good guy, and you want him to be like
Well,
that.
not
But
only that, Jey's incredible.
he's been
isn't
doing such good work.
he? Absolutely incredible. He is so over, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
How is it that you can have a couple of drinks, go out to a press conference, and go, hey, and not
And
even
get
talk properly,
and get hotter than you've ever been.
and get hotter than you've ever been. You're sitting next to the bloke who's an undisputed champion, and all you're doing is looking at him going,
And Cody's, but the thing that I think worked with that is Cody broke.
He
It
did.
broke Cody like 5 different times,
Yeah.
and no one has seen that side of Cody.
at all.
And I think that's why everyone loved it so much, was
Yeah.
because it was like he got Cody to crack and laugh,
Yeah.
and Cody seems like the kind of dude that if he hadn't had a couple of drinks would never crack.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So professional.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
set.
just like, hey, give me a high five, Oos. Hey, yeah,
Trying
and
to
Cody's just like,
clap his hand, and Cody's like, what are you doing? Why
Like
am I
giggling.
holding my hand out?
yeah,
Like, and it's, hey. Like, what
So
even
good.
is that?
It's
And
just-
then it's phenomenal.
just trying to make him laugh.
They've marketed it. These
Then they win the tag titles together.
sunglasses,
Eat,
Eat.
eat,
We were
Yeah.
yelling it. We were walking in the pee.
Eat.
Everyone was getting behind us.
yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Touching that a little. Absolutely incredible. Jey is fantastic. So, sorry, I know we get sidetracked.
So who wins in
Going
your mind?
back to Priest now and his reign that it is, I just don't feel like there's anything that stood out.
Yeah,
You know, like on the mic, he's very all rise for the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
This is your best bet there, Drew McIntyre. You're gonna get the Scottish crowd behind me. It's just a bit plain.
yeah.
It's just a bit monotone.
Seth was the workhorse, and I don't feel like Priest is as much.
No,
I don't know. I just
no.
don't.
And then when Priest won it in the press conference, Priest was like, "I'm gonna be the workhorse.
Yep. And
I'm gonna do more shows than Seth Rollins," but we haven't seen that. We
Yep.
haven't seen that at all.
I agree.
He showed his face. He's got some backstage segments with the Judgment Day or whatever. Maybe it's bad writing and he doesn't want to get out there as much. I don't know, but I'm just not buying into the whole Priest thing.
I agree.
Now, me personally, I think this year the World Title Championship should change hands on multiple
Occasions.
occasions.
Yep, I agree with that.
On multiple occasions. Sammy wants it, Sammy gets it. Jay wants it, Jay gets it. Bloody Solo wants it, Solo gets it.
But then you
know?
leave it on Cody for the year.
Undisputed
Leave it.
I'm not even talking about who's going to take that off of Cody.
Cody just has
because I
bangers
cannot
all
see
year.
All year
Yeah.
round. All year.
Yep.
Babyface after babyface after babyface until somebody comes back that maybe might beat him, that might tantalise that a little bit. And the only person that I could maybe think that could be more of a babyface than Cody would be someone like Big E.
Yeah, coming back from an injury.
Come back from an injury. Everybody loves him. He is Mr. Positivity. Put them in a match up together. Maybe he could win. You know, I don't know. Throwing that out there.
So who wins and why?
So I think, as in business wise.
Yeah.
As in business wise. So later on down the track, we already know that Gunther's got a.
You're gonna say the exact same thing as me. Carry on.
Gunther's already got a title match
At SummerSlam.
at SummerSlam. So for Drew McIntyre and Gunther to have a match against each other,
Yep.
for me, they've already had it.
Okay.
We've seen it.
Okay.
You know? So Drew McIntyre and Gunther would be an absolute banger. And I'm going to use that word, banger, going back to my boy Sheamus. It would be a banger of a match because they will both bring it incredibly so. Now, I don't think, quote me on this if I'm wrong here, I don't think McIntyre and Gunther have had a one-on-one
I don't think they have either.
main event match.
I don't think they've even had a one-on-one.
There you go, okay? Because there's always been Sheamus involved, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they've ever had a one-on-one main event. I'd love to see Drew McIntyre face off against Gunther because I think Drew McIntyre would make Gunther look small in the ring because Gunther's still put together, but Drew McIntyre is probably one of the biggest in the actual whole of WWE right now, wouldn't he be? You know,
Probably.
as in height-wise, as in
Huge.
physique-wise,
Amazing.
as in everything-wise. I think he would be. But as in terms of like the business-wise, I think you could set up so much more of in Priest versus Gunther.
Wow, okay.
than
Not what I was
you
going to say.
could As in Drew McIntyre
Wow.
and Gunther. Because you've got Drew McIntyre who's by himself
Yep.
and Gunther who's got
Imperium.
Imperium behind him, which is whole and solely one member right now. So that's just a one-on-one match. So for a one-on-one match, you don't drag that out for 2 to 3 main events, or you don't drag that out for 2 to 3 months at all. Now, if you've got Gunther versus Damian Priest and the Judgment Day versus Imperium, you can drag that out for 3 to 4 months, 5 months even, until you've got a huge main event behind him. And I'm thinking maybe even push Gunther to the extent where he's got a tables match.
Tell me, okay, to add to your point, Priest and Gunther, other than Gunther, who's going after Priest? So McIntyre, are you going to predict that Priest wins?
I am saying right now Priest is going to win, but
Okay, so
I'm saying right now, so this is my prediction right here. Priest is going to win from interference from CM Punk.
Okay.
Because CM Punk
And
is
he's going to
make
get booed out of the building?
absolutely booed out of the building. CM
I could see
Punk
that
is
happening.
going to make an appearance for seconds, literally seconds. He's going to rock up. He's going to do one real
Tap his
quick
ankle, he'll
thing.
trip over, Priest will get him in a thing, pin him over.
Done. That's it. CM Punk is literally going to pop
I
out
can-
from underneath the ring, grab his ankle, bang, 1, 2, 3. CM Punk's going to stand there, laugh at him for a bit, turn around and run off. That's it. Done.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that happening.
I think Priest is going to win
Make me
because
second
of
guess
the
myself.
simple fact of McIntyre will then go on to dominating everybody who he's got.
Well, he could have 3 months with Punk after this too.
He could have so much more Punk. I think that they will push McIntyre and CM Punk at WrestleMania. Because in my mind, I think
long way
CM
away.
Punk has come back and said, I want to work with the best of the best. And who's the best and the best of WWE right now? Drew McIntyre.
All right, can I give you my idea?
Spit it. Cool, Sharpy.
I think before you said all that, and that I can absolutely 100% see happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've laid that all out, and I think that there's a very good chance that happens. And Punk is such a good heel, as good as a good guy as he is. He's a way better bad guy.
Yeah.
Punk is such a good shit talker.
Mm.
He's so good at getting under people's skin. I think he could, but I don't want him to turn heel. So, okay, so I think Drew wins. And the reason I think Drew wins is it's a bit touch and go. I'm not quite sure what they do because
One is Scotland.
it's Scotland, it's his hometown, but also Priest hasn't really had a chance to prove himself. So I feel like they could give him more time with the title. So if Priest does win, I will not be surprised whatsoever. So I'm not 100% sold on my prediction. I guess what I want to happen is I want Drew to win because I just want to see that moment of him winning and the crowd going crazy.
Absolutely ballistic.
Because they didn't give it to him last year
Yeah.
when he was wrestling Roman for the WWE Championship.
Yeah. Oh, God.
At last year's Clash of the Castle, and he got screwed out of the title
Massive.
because that's what they did every time. I think this time they give it to him.
Mm.
They gave it to him at Mania, but I think they give this one to him too.
Yeah. But did they give it to him at Mania?
Yeah, kinda. He had,
I don't feel like they did.
yeah, but he had that win, and he had that 5 minutes of,
Oh, good.
yeah, he had that
Crowd
moment.
wasn't really behind him then.
They kind of were a
they?
little.
You know, like, I don't think they were. I don't think. So let's just say like
Seth was never gonna retain.
never,
No.
never. It was
No.
hands down. I
Yeah.
think we could have called it easily. They would have done, but then we both said cash in,
Yes,
so we knew cash in was going to happen.
yes.
But let's
As
just
soon
say
as soon as Punk was put ringside, cash in's happening.
cash in, you knew it was going to happen. But how it happened, we never predicted that
No.
at all, and it was absolutely incredible.
Perfect.
So let's just put it down to like, so Drew McIntyre got his moment, but did Drew McIntyre get his Cody Rhodes winning the undisputed title moment? Nah, not at all.
Now he will.
So you're saying now?
He ends the show with, I don't know how big the
Clash.
arena is,
Okay.
30,000 fans going crazy, drinks in the air,
Yeah.
shit being thrown,
Yeah.
hysteria.
Yeah.
Right.
Hands everywhere, everything like that.
I almost think you don't have Punk show up because everyone expects it to happen. And then you have Punk come out on Raw and they just go there.
Yep.
You can also do a rematch with Priest at Money in the Bank, have Punk interfere there, and then not cost him the title, but have some sort of Punk almost costing him the title.
Yeah.
Then you run to SummerSlam and you've got Punk, Gunther, and Drew.
Oh, a triple.
You
threat.
don't. They might not go that way. Punk might not be ready.
That is
but
huge.
Imagine the
Wow.
mic battles between Gunther, Drew, and Punk.
Insane. Absolutely incredible.
And the thing you said too about the end of the year with Gunther and Punk, with McIntyre and Punk, is I think sometimes you got to strike while the iron is hot, and I think by the end of the year, Drew might be balls deep in some other feud that's going absolutely bunter at the time. I think right now it's so good.
Yeah.
Punk, I don't know when he's going to be ready. He hurt himself, 3-4 months? Oh no, it's start of the year, January. So we're
Yeah.
June, 5 months. He's probably ready.
I think he's ready. I think.
So he could
I-
turn up.
I only heard something that was like written up on the internet the other day that I think Punk said he's ready to rock and roll.
Okay,
He's ready to go.
that makes me feel good on the inside. So what I want to happen is I want Drew to win the title because I want to see that crowd moment.
Yeah.
Like, you see like people win in their hometown. Like you see Punk win in Chicago, and it's bedlam. It's craziness. You see like Cena win in Boston. You see other people like Michaels win in Texas, like Stone Cold winning. Like just these moments where the crowd lose their, like Edge winning in Toronto. Like people just losing their minds. I love that shit. I love hometown moments.
Yeah.
And goddamn, Drew's earned this so much. I don't know. But at the same time, to your point, I can see the reverse happening where Priest gets helped by Punk
Yeah.
inadvertently, just because Punk hates Drew.
Yeah.
I can see both happening
And it's been such a build up of Drew and Punk.
for months.
And then the last couple of weeks, CM Punk's gone quiet.
Correct.
which is usually what they do. So, like, you forget about it, and then all of a sudden he pops out, and you go, oh, yeah, that's right, we forgot about him. Bang, hits the move, hits what he needs to hit, and then the show's over type thing.
But the other point I was going to bring up is towards the end of the year, you said McIntyre and Punk at Mania. I think this year you go Rollins and Punk at Mania.
Oh.
Because Rollins still has to come back.
That's so
And
sad.
they hate each other. So you chuck...
It's meant to be a personal thing.
Something's gone on there, and it's the same with McIntyre and Punk. Something else has gone on.
Yeah.
You do Punk and McIntyre at SummerSlam, and then you go to Mania, and you do Rollins and Punk.
Oh, wow.
And that makes me feel good on the
Wow.
inside too. Those two will have sick mic. Look how good the mic battle was between the three of them.
Yes.
That was some of the best TV I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
I was like glued with my mouth open.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it so much.
Yeah.
Or you could even have those three go at it for all the while too. When
Wow. Triple threat between them.
imagine.
That would be incredible.
And you can use Rollins as the workhorse in that match. Look after Punk.
Yep.
Drew can go. Oh
Yep.
man.
Insane.
And then you could always insert Gunther somewhere as well if the title's getting floated. Like you said, if that title's getting floated around between McIntyre, Punk, Gunther, and Rollins, or you've got so many possibilities.
So many possibilities.
Yeah.
And I would like to see it on Gunther because he deserves it.
Yes, I agree.
Mean, he held, what was it, IC, was it?
Yeah, for 666 days.
He was like a record holder, and as he should be, because he is the ring general.
Yep.
He's the king ring general now. Absolutely, as he should. Set him up to be a heavy hitter. Set him up to be like maybe an ex Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Touching on that, Brock Lesnar versus Gunther would be fantastic.
Could be at Mania for a
Brock
title.
Lesnar.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see him again.
Yeah,
I don't know if we will.
Yeah, it's a bit touchy.
Yeah.
But is that because that's the way they want us to think?
I just think they'll stay away from it. I think they just want to wipe their hands of
Yeah.
the V-Man and the B-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I want to happen, I want Drew to win because I want to see the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you are right. I think Priest will win, and then you go Gunther Priest at SummerSlam, and then you just have a one-on-one blood match, or like just a normal, like these two hate each other. They don't even need a title between Drew and Punk.
Yeah.
But I want to see that moment so bad.
So bad. Don't we all?
And I think the Scots are pretty wild. I don't know. I think you just give it to them. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows what the crowd's going to be like? I mean, Hunter may be switching it at the last moment.
They may. Yeah.
Who knows?
He could pull the pin late.
He could.
All right, let's pull the pin. That's
no.
hour
The
22.
last thing that we need to wrap up on.
Yeah, I like it. Do it.
Is the very last thing which has been teasing us.
Oh yeah.
However many weeks or months that it is.
Of course.
Mr. Howdy.
Mm.
So, how are you feeling about it? I don't want any predictions because let's just ride this out. I'm
Okay. Well,
I'm so speculating. I'm so in doubt. Obviously because of Bray.
Yeah.
How are they going to do this? But how are you just feeling about it in general?
Do we know it's Uncle Howdy?
Do we?
I don't know.
Have you been following the?
Yeah. Well, a little bit. Yeah.
I've seen one or two, but
It's
not
cryptic,
really,
Bray Wyatt-esque stuff.
It is.
Uncle Howdy last showed up at the Royal Rumble last year against LA Knight.
Yeah.
Look, I think if he somewhat shows up on the show and has a faction behind him. So I saw somewhere someone said Nikki Cross has been missing for a while. Alexa Bliss has been missing for a while. A couple of others as well.
Dexter Lumis.
There you
who I
go.
totally
You read the same thing I
Yeah,
did.
Dexter Lumis. Ronan, is that his name?
I think so.
Ronan, so like Redbeard, whatever.
Yeah.
Ronan. And there was another guy as well.
But there's a new faction that you could put up against the Judgment Day. So if Priest loses because of Uncle Howdy, then you could have like 3 months of, I don't know, the Uncle Howdy faction versus Judgment Day or something. I don't know. I think he'll show up on Raw.
Okay. Because there was a bit of a countdown there which are maybe I don't know. Is it a 2 and then?
I thought it
5
said
and
2
then
days, like we said before. It could be 2 days or it could be more, but
who knows? Maybe there's a tease there or something. So the thing that I'm thinking nowadays is, so with the Fiend, so when Fiend, which I was a huge fan of the Fiend, I love the Fiend. So when the Fiend was at its most hottest, that's when it was COVID and
it was
very
the worst timing.
Which was good because it gave WWE time to do
Cool stuff that they wouldn't have normally have done.
Absolutely, yeah. So now, can you do Mr. Howdy that you don't have a lot of
theatrical stuff
there?
No, you can still.
Can you keep the curtains, as we saw it years ago, big curtains over, lit up spots in the arena? Can you keep it really, really dark to make that big theatrical thing of Mr. Howdy now? I don't know.
I think they can do cinematic matches whenever they want. They've always got that in their back pocket too.
So at a live audience, because we've been there before at a live audience, how do you feel about just sitting there and watching the screen?
Depends how long it is and depends what it is. But like, say, there's the Wyatt compound or whatever it's called. Not compound because it's the Hardy compound. But the Wyatt swamp or whatever, you could have Uncle Howdy come out of that. Or you could have Uncle Howdy take someone there and baptize them or wrestle them or...
Wow.
So I just think there's possibilities. He could do anything he wants.
Yep.
Bray had that freedom. Let's theoretically, if it is Uncle Howdy and it is a offshoot of what Bray was doing, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So you excited for it? You a bit skeptical?
Skeptical because I don't want them to debut him and have it be shit.
Yeah.
Because Bray's memory, I think if they are going to do it, they'll do it right, and they'll not only look after the Uncle Howdy character and make him relevant and good. That's the thing that makes me nervous. Is it going to be good enough? Is it not going to taint Bray's legacy?
And that's a huge thing.
I'd rather him not do it.
If you're going to tank Bray's creativity, which was the Fiend,
and it was all him,
the Burnt Fiend,
all his ideas,
Alexis, and everything like that, and he was just pushing that as much as he could, and had so many doubters behind him. Are they going to tarnish that? Which I don't want them to do.
Neither do I, and it worries me.
It does worry me, but I'm ready for the ride.
Yeah,
let's do it. I wonder how they're going to go about it. So let's bring it on. And I'm hoping they don't do Mr. Howdy. I'm hoping it's not. I hope not. Oh, is that Mr. Howdy? But it doesn't look like Mr. Howdy. Could that be a total different character? Is that the Fiend cross Mr. Howdy? Who knows? Who knows? I'm ready to go for that ride.
They could do because he is. Everyone knows that Bo Dallas is Bray's real life brother.
Yes.
So if you can do Undertaker and Kane, when Kane is not the Undertaker's real life brother, then people will be more open to believing that Bo has these powers too, because they are real life brothers, in my opinion.
Love that.
So I think it can work. Just don't make it shit, please. Make it. I like the cryptic stuff, but we've had a lot of that over the last 10 years. Make it work.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it and make it not mean much, then just don't turn it off, take it away, don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm ready.
Or bring it on and make it good.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I don't know if you're excited about the main event coming up, which is in 2-3 hours.
Yeah, about 3-4 hours.
3-4 hours, something like that. I'm excited about it. Just talking about it right now. I think you are as well.
Yeah, Priest will retain, I think.
No, I'll probably say the same thing.
But I want Drew to win so bad.
See how we go.
Yeah, I'm going to be supporting him like crazy. All right, let's wrap it up because you got to go get some sleep.
Got to get some sleep. Both knackered, both tired.
That's an hour and a half. What a start.
Had a few
Holy
drinks.
shit.
So much for a half-hour conversation.
Yeah, I know. But that's sick because it's flowed real well. So we're going to do a few more of these before and maybe after shows going forward as well. So
let us know what you think, guys. Please chip in all your opinions. please ask us any questions.
Yes.
We love questions. I love like a Q&A session between guys that know what they're talking about when it comes to wrestling.
We might be able to do that while it's live too.
That would be fantastic.
Get questions and just like write them down and then save them for, we're back in 3 weeks to do another one.
Why not, guys? Would absolutely love it. There's a main event that's coming up all the time. We're going to try to keep booking this in. Families, whatever else that we can do, if we can fit it in.
Yep.
We'll try to do as much as we possibly can. Love it. Please jump on board with this. The more the merrier. Absolutely love it. Jump on board with GWSharpy, mate, guys. On all your streamings that you can. So we'll see you in
2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yep. And
Or if you're listening to us right now, we'll see you in 2-3 hours.
we'll
See
see you very soon.
you very soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
Much, guys.
Peace.
Peace.